There's no music yet.
You're right. Because I didn't turn it on yet.
If I stay still, the thoughts of you will sink in. Point stands, but I'm still overthinking. You know you don't really call me like you used to, but I know you try. But I've heard you've been here before. But I won't stay the same. It's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change. I know it's me and you, but I don't stay the same. I'm just adjusting to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to.
Good stuff.
Happy Friday!
Oh, hopefully.
Longest
Hopefully it's a happy Friday.
week
We say that every week.
ever. Oh, gosh.
So, welcome
Yeah.
to all.
I saved this just for
We
the
have
show.
sanity.
You ready?
What do you mean?
Ah,
That
a
doesn't make
nice,
sense.
cold
So,
kombucha.
Hopefully they heard it because you didn't put it next to the mic.
I think it was pretty loud.
You know how science works.
It was loud. And yes, I do know how science works. Hammer space. Flip off. Oh, you can see on screen.
Did you see it? You thought you were in hammer space, did you?
Yeah.
Did you really see it?
Yeah.
Do it again. Well, don't do the flip flop, but punch
See, look.
through.
I went high.
Oh,
What's up with my hammer space? Why is it broken?
you got to go straight.
I have to go this way.
No, straight.
Oh,
Just
I
go
could-
straight.
Mm,
Look at it. Straight. There.
I
You
see.
went. You dipped.
I think I went too close this way.
Oh.
I went straight
You
at the camera.
flew too close to the sun.
I apologize.
You have just been.
That behavior is unacceptable.
Yep.
on
we're
camera.
done. Shut down.
Ah,
Well, we're gonna try and
Yes.
survive this because my eyes have been itching for like 2 days straight because I'm so exhausted.
well, it's because you haven't slept
Well, that
by choice.
no.
Yes.
Had to finish Mandalorian.
Right.
You weren't here,
Those are, well, the second one's not a choice, but you could have still went to
and
bed.
then we were exhausted from being gone for 4 days. Come back, and then I don't sleep for 2.
Wait, we can't jump in. We haven't said our names.
I know
or
this
shot
is
or
just
anything.
this is a what do they call it?
Prelude?
A teaser.
Ooh, that's good.
Teaser.
Taser. All right.
Not a taser.
Well, that Montanan accent, you just can't tell.
Montana.
Montana. Salud.
Oh,
Look at that. I can just say, salud. Now I know where I'm going.
oh,
Cheers.
there's 4 of them out there.
Oh.
Look at 4 of them.
You're too
Slanchaba.
far.
Mm-hmm. That was harder to drink than I thought. I think it's because I'm hungry.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
He'll be smashed by the end of the show.
I
For
had a
one
little,
shot.
I had a little lasagna.
Yeah.
Little leftovers.
Okay, well, I'm
before I got
Sarah.
here. I am not Sarah.
No,
I'm Scooter. This is Sarah.
he's Vancouver.
We're going to get to that.
Yes.
What's the rule, people? The rule is if you didn't get a t-shirt, it did not happen.
It's not true. I never buy a t-shirt.
Then it didn't happen. What are you wearing right now?
A t-shirt.
That you got at PAX Unplugged.
It doesn't say PAX.
Doesn't matter. It
Order
means it
shirt
happened.
online.
You have that story. That story has a shirt. That shirt has
I
a
was like-
story.
Trying to follow where you were. Woo!
Don't follow me.
Argentina.
I will leave.
Oh, that was.
Wow.
That wasn't the right
You're
song.
wrong.
Yeah.
In so many ways.
But you know where I was going with it. Is the point?
yeah.
What is the lyrics now?
Don't cry for
cry.
me. Cry for me, Argentina.
Yeah, that's close enough.
That's what it is. Oh, man, that shot made me hot. Well, not physically, like, not
Yes,
aesthetically.
physically.
Not aesthetically, like, woo, he's hot. Because he must have had a
Not
shot.
true. That's how beer goggles work.
Mm-mm. if the person drinks and you look at them and it's like, ooh, they're really drunk. They're hot.
You look at yourself in the mirror, you're
It's
like,
the other way
man, I
around.
got hotter.
If you can find the mirror,
Oh, goodness.
just look up.
Yes.
Um,
We got to start the
we're
show.
gonna start.
Yeah.
So let's. Realistically, we got to make sure sponsor, shout out,
Lucy.
all these things.
I'll
Yeah.
never.
But our sponsor, Lever Consulting, please check them out, leverconsulting.com. Mention us, mention the podcast network, mention Sarah and Scooter, and you'll get a free consultation with them to see what your needs are, which normally it's
Not free.
not cheap. But make sure and check that out. It'll help you with a lot of things, especially if you're looking to get into school, you're trying to write a paper, you're trying to just learn basic skills,
Yeah.
or you're trying to even go higher level. Amazing human being that we talk to on a daily basis. And she just got a guitar.
Yes, she did.
So first time ever owning a guitar. She texted me the other day because I wanted to see a picture of her new guitar. And she was so excited because she now knows 7 chords. And she's
Woot
super
woot.
excited. And I'm very excited for her. But leverconsulting.com. Check them out, please. Amazing humans behind that. So
Yes.
that's our sponsor for all of our podcasts right now on our whole network. She is very gracious and very giving. So, all right. I don't think I put all my buttons out of order.
Good thing.
No, it's recorded. You don't have to do that.
It's not as funny.
Hmm.
I guess if you're listening, you have no idea what just happened. But it was
She
funny.
mouthed it.
Oh, I'm supposed to tell people they have to watch.
Oh, she didn't mouth it, so it wasn't
Stupid.
funny.
Your mouse did something weird over there.
Oh, it didn't do anything on the screen.
I was saying, it looked weird. Threw me off.
All right.
I'm going first.
Well, I give
Don't
up.
cheat and look at mine.
What's it say? Robbery?
Yeah. So first good thing, we'll go like recent to the rest.
And then go
Yeah.
backwards.
My baby niece was born yesterday and she's
Who?
really cute. Baby Belle.
On 420?
Baby Indica.
Oh, that's
Rosebud.
she was born on 420.
She was born on 420.
Weird, like late in the night too.
Yeah. Like she almost didn't make
she was like-
420 and she's like, F you guys, I'm here.
Well, you know why? She was like, "Hey, bro." So I waited all day. It's 420, so I had to hang out and celebrate. So I'm
Yes.
here now.
Technically, she was early. She's supposed to be a 425 baby, but she's a 420 baby.
420.
And she's very adorable and has a whole bunch of hair. And I can't wait to meet her.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool. That's where we can get in some stories of why we're also exhausted.
Yes.
But
Almost.
Yeah. So does she have a name?
I'm pretty sure she does.
But you don't know it.
Listen, I know parts of it, and I don't know the order of
So
operations.
last name is Bell.
Correct.
Baby girl Bell.
Yes.
And I really wanted her to be called Indica or Sativa.
Neither
I
of
think that
those.
She wanted Rosebud.
That's funny. It's
Yeah.
neither. It's none of the things we said.
It could be called Snoop.
Snoop.
What are the other ones? Nelson, Willie Nelson. What are some really high end high? Oh, what's the guy? There's a couple of them. Woody
Urkel?
Harrelson.
Oh, there's
Let's call her Woody
Steve
Harrelson.
Urkels, whatever that one was.
Purple Urkel.
Mhm.
What's the last one? There's one more. The Lincoln guy,
I don't know.
Matthew
I don't do
McConaughey.
those
We just
things.
call her McConaughey.
Oh gosh. No, her name's better than that.
But you don't know it's better
if it
because you
is
don't even know what it is.
what she said it was going to be, then
Oh.
it's really good.
Well, let's make something up.
Next week.
All
Next week. Hang on for it. It's the teaser for
What else
next
you got?
week's. Okay.
Oh.
Mariah picked a college. She accepted an offer to a college.
I have a video
And
of her
Scooter
clicking the
almost cried because
I'm gonna lose my. I mean, every time somebody leaves, it's
it's
upsetting.
I cried when Lisa left.
You
You know, she
know?
came back in a year. Still cried. But yeah, Mariah picked the school.
You cried when she left, and then you cried when she came back.
She came back. I was like, all right, come on. When she left, I was like, not my baby.
When she came back, it was like, oh my baby.
I was like, I cried because I lost my office.
Oh, that's true.
Just kidding. I got
No,
everything.
she is going to go to Cal Poly and
Yes.
SLO.
Yes, San Luis Obispo.
We
Central
all-
Coast.
Yep. So very close to the water and not the really hot water.
No.
If that makes sense. Not
It's
the hot
not-
area.
It's not freezing.
Oh,
It's just
no.
not warm-ish all the time.
85, 90, not 110.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the water itself.
No. It's the ocean, so that's always
San Diego ocean is bomb. It's
yeah,
like
but also the
room
weather in
temp.
San Diego is like it could kill you.
It cannot.
Like the sun's out, is like you're death.
That's not true.
No, if you ever played Mario,
Okay.
Super Mario, the
You're
sun,
thinking the wrong.
I think that's California sun.
You're thinking Central Valley. Central Valley sounds
That's in
great.
California.
Anyways, we're excited. Sounds good. Now all she has to do is get all C's.
Very excited. Right? Get C's.
Yep.
Realistically, that's it. And
That's
it's only one class.
Yeah.
That she's having like, I hate it. Get a C.
Senior-itis is real.
But it's so cool that she got into the college. She wanted to go to UC Davis. But
Yes.
we encouraged her to look further.
Get out of here.
Because UC Davis is what, 15 minutes
Yeah,
from here?
too close.
Which is not to say anything bad about the college for any means. That's where Lucy got her doctorate.
Myra will
was
probably
UC
go
Davis.
back to get her doctorate.
It's a
from there.
huge, like, amazing school around the world. But
Yes.
so is SLO.
Yes.
So it's Cal Poly SLO. So I didn't know this moving down here from Washington State, but California schools are phenomenal. Like, there's history here. So
Yeah.
so that was really cool. I filmed it when she clicked the button.
And nothing
It
happened.
was very anticlimactic. She clicked the button and goes, "Okay, I'm in." And I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah. There was
So-
no like I felt like something should like sprung up on the screen or something.
Well, it's kind of like, well, you don't have an iPhone, so you wouldn't know this. But
Man, the
if
digs.
when you say like congratulations or
Yeah.
happy birthday, it explodes on your phone.
That happens on Androids also. It does.
No,
Or something. It's happened to me before.
it's a,
Invitation. I don't know.
eh,
Listen, whatever. Anyways, it was very anticlimactic. But yeah, it's exciting. She's leaving us for a little bit.
it's exciting. She's leaving.
It is because she gets to go hang out with people that aren't us and aren't the people she had to hang out with the last.
Yeah,
12
that's
years.
been a challenge too. If
Friends.
you're a parent,
Jeez, good luck.
um,
If you have little ones, good luck.
they've I think what's our biggest discussion, my biggest discussion with her right now is you need to set a lot more boundaries.
Absolutely.
And it just means like it's very cliche, but there's screw me once,
Yeah.
shame on me, or
Yeah.
shame on you statement. And it's the kind-hearted people
Get
usually
walked
are the
on.
one that get hurt, get screwed.
Yeah.
And she's been on both sides.
Yeah.
But mostly on the I care
get
too
screwed
much
side.
and give you
Yeah.
like 87 chances. It's
Yes.
like, you should have one or two.
My old coworker used to say, "Don't be a Vorschleppen."
What's that? Washcloth.
Yeah, in German.
I remember that
She
now.
said it so mean too, but she was so nice about it.
How
But
do you
she
say
said,
it?
Vorschleppen.
Voschleppen.
Yeah, she said
Oh,
don't
I
do
say
that.
it better. Voschleppen.
I don't know if you do actually, because I feel like your emphasis was on the wrong syllable.
And you know what I did?
Spelled
Offended.
Yeah, I know. You probably
Probably
said that real
Some
bad.
good friends of mine. I was like, hopefully my German friends are not listening.
Okay, then not my last thing, but my second to last thing is I guess it's kind of in the whole what happened this week.
You're going to steal my
I'm not-
only one. This is your
I'm not-
third one.
I'm
You're
not gonna
gonna
steal it. So the last couple of days, I've been hanging out with my nephew because my sister's been in the hospital having the baby, and he's very funny. He is a very funny human being. And so I went to his award ceremony today for school, and his teacher's like, "Oh my gosh, so you're Aunt Sarah." I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "He has been talking about you visiting this week, like all week." He's like, "Aunt Sarah's coming. You don't understand. Aunt Sarah's coming. She's gonna spend the night at my house, and Aunt Sarah's coming." And I was like, I'm Aunt Sarah. I'm kind of boring, but I'm glad he likes me. That's been fun.
He's a very I think most kids are. They fixate on one thing.
Yeah.
And whatever's important to them, which is, I think that's us as adults too. But
Yes.
it's adorable to see what other humans, small humans, that their world is so, which is a good thing in the country we live in. Let's be very honest.
Yeah.
Or the areas we live in. It's a very protected
Yes.
society. So for that to be his focal point is amazing.
Yeah.
Right. And I just think that's
And he is obsessed with this game called Plants vs. Zombies.
Yeah.
And he knows I'm terrible at it. I play with him every time I go. And I'm so bad at it. And he's like, no, Aunt Sarah, it's okay. And he's like, just be this one. So I'm this one, right? And I jump into the game. He kills me immediately. He's like, you should be this one. I'm like, Orville, no matter which one I am, I don't know how to walk and shoot and turn at the same time. I can't do it. There's too many buttons. Rant. But
She's a side scroller.
I'm like, I can't do this. And so every time I land, he's like, I just killed you. I'm like, well, you've killed me 17 times in a row.
She's
and
a
I've
side scroller
been
type gamer.
every character.
Third person or first person.
I need the old
Third
school,
person
2 buttons.
she's better at. First person, holy.
If I don't understand the look around
She
thing.
doesn't understand up, down, left, right.
That's not true. If I walk it, if
Yeah,
up
which way is
means-
left? You have to think about it right now, don't you?
Well, this way.
Is it?
I don't know.
It is. It's left for you.
I hate having to use multiple buttons to go forward and look around. I just want to do it for me.
And just for the sake of people that listen to audio, she did point her left.
This is
She
that's
was
like
correct.
a 1 in a row for me.
Well, and you have a 50-50 shot. That's
I know.
the crazy part. You know, I feel like it's the same thing. Anybody, I mean, now we have USB-C. Thank God. Right? Anybody with a standard USB, how come you try and put it in the right way first?
It's always
doesn't
wrong.
fit.
Always
no,
the wrong way.
No, it's the right way.
Oh.
But for some reason you miss. Right? So then you flip it over and it doesn't work. You're like, well, crap. That's only 2 ways. Then you flip it back over and it goes in. So it always takes 3 tries.
That's an issue.
Oh, but
goodness.
now, thank God for you. Not thank God, but
USB-C.
thank
Just
Steve.
one. Just the one.
Thank Tim. Thank Cook. Who did USB?
Tim Apple.
No, the cereal bus. I don't know who did that.
That's okay.
It's probably.
But yes,
Sony
that was
thing.
my other good things. I got to hang out with him
Oh.
this week. But it was funny.
Speaking of that,
I found this on the web for old bars.
You broke it.
Check it out.
okay, so
Okay.
we talked too much about the founders
Yeah.
of Apple, and Siri got excited and
That's
started going
Kind
off.
of creepy.
I was like, that wasn't
Yeah.
cool.
But
Sorry.
hanging out with my one nephew made me miss all of them. Like I miss all my nieces and nephews now. And I'm like, man, I haven't seen anybody in so long. And it hasn't been that long.
Well, it's not that. Oh, hold on. It's not that we haven't seen them. We haven't hung out with them
yeah,
because we have seen them.
that's true.
Like
In passing, I feel like.
we're talking like 30 minutes and then we're out,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah, I miss them. I miss
So-
all of them.
Yeah, I miss them too. I have
Yeah.
a lot of nieces and nephews
I know.
in a whole nother state that I miss the living.
Yeah.
What is it? You call it bejesus?
No, I don't. I don't say that
Who says
actually.
Living.
Not me.
Who says?
I say crap.
crap.
Crap out of. What are your good things?
Oh. Well, let's do that again.
Oh. Good thing.
In case we forgot what
Because we've been
subject
talking
we're
so
on.
long.
I thought I would do that. And I'm going to be working on sounders soon. I don't want to get there, but I really bought a little MIDI keyboard thing. I'm
Yeah,
going to
it
work on some
wasn't needed.
sounders. It was needed.
It wasn't.
All these little sounders were built off of that kind of
It's
thing.
not needed.
So
It's a want.
no, it sounds cool. All right. So, good thing. Let's talk about this. I'm flashing my shirt. Vancouver, Canada. Let's talk about that.
We went there.
That's
it.
all you got.
That's all I got.
All
We
right.
went there. It was cool. Just kidding.
All right. I'm going to go off
Okay.
in a positive way.
Okay.
Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Absolutely gorgeous city. I cannot rave about this city enough. It's just so gorgeous.
Yes.
The way they build the structures that are there. They're modern. So some of them are so modern. Well, to me, obviously I haven't been to Japan, but it's modern to where I was like, that thing's gonna fall over.
But let me say this. Let me preface this by saying we only went to the very nice parts of Vancouver.
Yeah.
We didn't go to sketch parts of Vancouver because they do exist. We didn't go there. We went on the nice parts, all the walkable areas like the downtown, bougie. Why is there a Gucci next door area?
So it was like a radius of 5K.
Yeah.
Right. 5-kilometer radius.
That's
is
all right.
Kind of we hung out.
Right.
Right. That is true. And then we also took little ferries. So
Ferries were cool.
I want to be specific though. I was like, Vancouver. So here's some of the things that I really enjoy that we came back with.
Okay.
I got t-shirts.
Yes.
Yep. I got beer.
Yes.
Vancouver beer.
You can bring beer back on the plane.
Oh yeah. We put
Well,
it in
check
the
it- check a
check
bag.
in.
Yeah.
Check in. Yep.
They
don't
made it.
care. But it was made in Vancouver.
Yes.
Really enjoyed it. I only brought that back two 355 milliliter cans.
Okay.
Is
Very
equivalent
specific.
to about, well, it says 355. It doesn't say 12 ounces.
Okay.
It says 355.
All right.
So I'm just saying. The food, we did go to bougie
We went heck of
places.
bougie places.
I can't.
We foodied it up. It was awesome.
Yeah, I have to say the food was probably next level because of the places we went.
We only had seafood for like 4 days.
Well, there's a reason. It's kind of like if you go to a place that is heavily known for cattle, right? And you're going to eat the beef. Like that's what you're going to do. Like if it's landlocked and has beef, that's what you're going to do. We did it in Ireland.
I had a lot of fish in Ireland.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
But their beef was next level.
I did have the beef. It was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Vancouver.
Yeah.
So we did do a lot of fish, and that's because of whatever the inlet.
Where
See,
we
we
were.
were
Sound inlet. We don't know.
It's an inlet,
Okay.
I think. Yeah. It's not called a sound. But, I mean, and it's almost directly north of Seattle.
Yeah.
So it's still that oceanic inlet, has the clams, has
Yeah.
the scallops, has all that good stuff.
Yes.
So we did do a lot of that stuff. The ceviche at the place we went to was
Oh,
like-
that was crazy.
it was so
It was
I've
a
never had-
scallop prawn ceviche, and
And
it's so light. I mean, obviously it's light seafood, but it was like I can't even tell you. It was delicious.
well.
I can't tell
It's
you.
if you have ceviche and you can't smell fish, but you can taste fish. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You can't smell it.
You never want to smell it.
That's true. But if you're landlocked, you're gonna smell it. So that's kind of the thing.
Yeah.
Fresh fish doesn't smell like fish.
Yes.
That makes sense. So t-shirts, beer, food, and the people.
Yes.
Now, we did run into a couple bougie bartenders, but I think it's because of the one place we went to.
Part
the
of my
club.
rant.
Yeah.
My rant is
That
those
was
bougie bartenders.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's a Vancouver thing. I think it was an uppity, what do they call it? Boobs and butt bar.
Yeah.
I'm going to trademark that. This is a boobs and butt bar that we went to called Karma,
Yeah.
of all things. It was more of a club than it was a bar.
It was our bad.
So, but the islands, we took ferries. We took that
Water taxi.
water taxi.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it seated like 10 people.
Did
total.
it? I felt we would have sank with 10 people. It was
Maybe.
very small.
It's a water taxi. It's
Yeah.
a small. It's the size of like a very small car,
Yes.
and you get on it, and the ride is like 5 minutes,
Yeah, it was great. Little Granville Island.
and you go to Granville Island.
Yeah.
And you go over there, and they have shops. They have art.
Restaurants.
They have restaurants. That's where I got my T-shirts.
Yeah.
They have a brewery.
Yeah.
Granville Island Brewery. I was like, well, we're going there. Do you know when it was established? 1984.
It was 1984.
Boom. That's another story. You should see it on it should be on our, I don't know if I posted
You
it.
posted it.
I did.
Yeah.
Check it out on our Instagram.
I did this.
1984. Because she was established then too.
I was.
Those things.
Spitting facts.
Not only that, but in Vancouver, we also went, let's talk about, should we go to the amazing human beings that we hung out with?
Sure.
Okay. So we went there for a reason. Okay. And if you know us well enough, you know why we went.
Yeah.
Okay. If you don't know why we went to Vancouver and who we were hanging out with, ask.
Yes.
We will let you know. This is not the format for that.
No.
Because it's a personal, what do we say? A personal journey.
Yes.
Okay. So, and it's not our story to tell.
Right.
Let's look at it that way. But if they want to tell the story, awesome. But no, we're not swingers. We don't have
No.
pineapples upside down in our front.
Or right side up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I like pineapples. That's the thing. Pineapples upside
Why is it
down.
upside down?
That means you're a swinger.
But a pineapple in general, I feel like should just be.
I don't
a thing.
understand, but from what I understand, pineapples upside down. If you display that,
So
that
if you
means you're a
have
swinger.
one and you're not a swinger, you should
Like,
probably
make
move it.
sure when they deliver it to you, they deliver it right side up.
What?
Otherwise,
So weird.
I don't make up the rules.
All
I
right.
just listen. I just pay attention.
All
Okay,
right.
so what were we talking about? Okay, so the human beings that we hung out with. If you want to know more about that, hit us up. Send us a message. We'll tell you our journey and what's going on. But these amazing human beings have spent time in Vancouver. They went to university. One went to university in Vancouver. So we would just say, "Hey, is it on the corner of this?" And he would go, "Just go walk. We're there."
As long as it's not upside down, Bailey, you're okay.
Oh, so what is it? I have a pineapple tattoo, so that sucks. No. Pineapples are cool, and I don't think it's a real thing. It's kind of just a trend.
We don't know.
I don't know.
We're not swingers.
Yeah,
I feel
so
like-
maybe I'm very ignorant in that area, but I've through other podcasts that we listen to, it's kind of a funny joke because to be Hawaiian or Samoan, pineapples pineapples are a thing.
Right.
And I love pineapples because of course we watched
SpongeBob.
no, Psych.
Yeah, that one.
Psych, one of our favorite shows,
Right.
is Psych. So pineapples are important.
Yes.
So I don't want to get on that subject,
I
but
digress.
we can talk about that if you want. But the people that we went up there with made sure to take us to some places that made sense.
Yes.
Walkable, not super bougie, even though we did go to the high-end restaurants.
Yeah.
But I feel like everywhere in that area was a high-end restaurant.
Yeah, we didn't really have a choice.
Yeah, I don't think that was. I mean, it
We
was
could have.
could have gone to Tim Hortons.
We friggin'
That's another
did for
talk.
some reason.
Because Tim Hortons, that's Canada.
Twice.
Tim Hortons is Canada. It's Canada. You can't go to Canada without going to Tim
I feel
Hortons.
like you can.
No, it's kind of like going to California and not going to In-N-Out.
I mean, you can do
That's
it.
the equivalent.
It was okay.
That is the equivalent.
I didn't have anything.
I'm just saying that's the equivalent.
Anyways.
But we went to the museum.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. That's another shout. I clapped.
Well, you're clapping a lot and hitting the table.
So as we rise, it's a book, but it's also a huge, it's not huge, but it's the current art exhibit in the art museum that we went to. Where was that?
North Vancouver?
Yeah, like North Island or whatever.
Yeah.
You take the
A ferry.
ferry across and go over to that. But oh my gosh, amazing. It has to do with the Atlantic Black culture.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
It's very cool.
It was gorgeous.
Made me cry.
Yeah. If it doesn't, then you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
Amazing. So these human beings, got to know them very, very well. And they kind of gave us an idea of what their life is about. And they're from more Eastern Canada, but they have spent time over there.
Yeah.
They're both writers. They're both published authors. Very cool, amazing human beings. So
It sounds good. It was kind of odd. So we haven't done a couples trip like ever, which is funny because we like couples that we know. We just never done trips with anybody. And this wasn't really like we didn't fly with them. We all just met at one location.
Right.
But I've never, other than my family, spent time with a couple for more than like one day. It was like 4 days, 3 days, 3 days.
it's not like we spent the whole day with them.
No.
Like some days it was earlier than others. We met at noon.
Yeah. And it wasn't
One day we
annoying.
met
It was
at
just
4.
we've never done that. And I was like, oh, this is different.
Yeah, it was. I mean, there's a lot more to this story if you want to know.
It was a good trip.
So if you're curious, hit us up.
But it friggin' rained for 4 days.
Oh yeah, totally.
I had to wear 2 pairs of pants. I was cold. It rained. It winded. 2 pairs of pants, a sweater, a jacket, a shirt, socks, and boots. And I was still like, I can use a blanket.
She did.
Yeah.
I did have. Yeah. It did rain. It did.
Oh.
Go.
Our hotel was so awesome.
Oh yes, please
It
do
was
it.
like so I feel like every time we go to a new hotel, recently, I don't do enough research to know if it's going to be like a decent hotel. I'm just like, oh, that's a pretty good price since the area we want to stay in, and no one got murdered there, so that seems good. But it's like
It was Vancouver.
it doesn't matter. But it's like it just keeps upping itself. So this one was really cool. I did through Costco, and they gave us like a really nice room, and the bathroom had like heated flooring, and the room had a really nice view. And it was just, I don't know, it was a really cool room. That was all.
I think the best part was we didn't know any of the, like, the booking of this was not for any of these reasons.
No.
It wasn't it was purely because of location
And price,
and price.
because I'm cheap.
So we went in there for location and price.
Yeah.
It's Vancouver. We go in there. We walk in the bathroom and she goes, this is like the second day. We're the first day.
Yes.
The second day, she goes, I think these floors are heated. I'm like, what?
My feet are warm.
And I was like, oh, that's why there's a
Yes.
thermostat in the bathroom.
And it just knows, like, you walk in and they're like,
it
okay, we're
gets
going to
like-
heat the
You
floor.
walk in and there's a small, like, very faint little click,
Yes.
and the floor turns on. And I'm like, okay.
Yes.
I see you, Vancouver.
Oh man. And then so you go to a hotel and like if the air conditioner kicks on or something or the heater, you can always hear it and you're like, I feel like my allergies just went up like 18 levels. There was none of it. The room stayed like the perfect temperature and you didn't hear any air conditioner, any heater whatsoever. It was just it was so cool. It was such a good room. The shower was a little iffy, but other than that, it was great.
Not the shower itself.
No,
Just
it didn't have a door or
yeah.
a curtain.
How do I put it? The shower itself was amazing.
Yeah.
And great and large.
aggressive. Yes.
Very big, very,
Got 4
rain
people in there.
shower. Yeah. It wouldn't be an issue for us because we didn't have to clean up afterwards.
Right.
It didn't have it had like a window on over half of it and then had enough where a wall.
Yeah,
And
glass
it's
wall.
clear, a glass wall. And then a section where there was nothing.
Right.
Right, to where you can get in and out. So it was big enough to where you could walk in the nothing area,
Yes.
get to the shower, and still be fine. The issue is more like water got outside of the shower.
Yes.
Which is not our problem.
Right.
Our
Just ran out of
problem.
towels.
But also like the whole floor was the same tile as inside the shower.
Yeah.
So it's not like it was a big deal it got wet.
Right.
It just, we had
Just
to put
annoying.
a towel out there.
Yeah.
But not really annoying for us.
No. But
I
great
mean,
hotel,
Probably
great
for the people
location.
cleaning it up.
I highly recommend it. Exchange Hotel Vancouver.
Oh,
Great hotel.
and here's a small complaint about the way I travel.
Okay.
For some reason, let's say I travel 4 days. On the 4th day, I find out all the cool things that are right next to the hotel.
Yeah.
Happens every single
They
time
never
I
do
travel.
enough research.
I just go and I was like, oh, I know where to go, so I go there. But every time I've Philadelphia, now Vancouver.
Yeah.
I think when I've gone to Seattle or even wherever, by the 3rd or 4th day, I walk local because I don't have a lot of time, right?
Yeah.
So I don't have a lot of time. I do stuff and I go, that's right there. Like
Yeah.
there's a nice little liquor store
So
right
I have to
next.
stay like 7 days.
Oh, like we found the coolest pub
Oh, it was such a good pub.
that was 0.1 kilometers.
Yeah.
It
You
was
just walk out your door and go right, and it was right there.
It was right there the whole time.
Yeah, we missed it.
We didn't know it was there.
Mm-mm.
It had skee ball. It had a
Oh.
basketball game. The bartenders were from Ireland.
Both of them, oddly enough.
Yes. And I was like, okay,
Yeah.
either somebody's playing a trick on us.
Ah, it was so good.
And that was the last night we were there.
Yeah.
I was like, idiot.
I killed Scooter at all the games too, by the way.
we don't, that's not it. We're on good things.
Yeah,
still.
it was amazing. So like
That's not a good thing
basketball,
for
the
me.
little basketball game, I was like, dunk. It was crazy. I was making everything. Buckets all around.
So when it came to basketball, the basketball game, the closest I came was half of her score. That's the closest. Because I think I got the highest I got was like 26.
Yeah.
And your lowest score was 52.
I don't think so. I think my low score was 68.
Okay, all I'm saying.
Sorry,
So the
just saying.
closest I got was less than half. Like I didn't even get half.
It was fun. That was a really
It was
fun
rough.
bar, I must say.
It really was very enjoyable.
Yeah.
The people, bartenders would talk to you.
Yeah,
Like a normal pub,
it was good.
like a pub.
We stayed open until 3. We didn't stay it late though.
Yeah, no.
We had a flight in the morning.
not
We would have
really.
gone the other days. We did. That was the last night. We had
Yeah,
a
we didn't go to bed. I mean, we didn't leave till noon the next day.
That's true, but you're not a good morning person.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
So
All right,
yeah,
what's you got?
Vancouver City, good thing, t-shirts, beer, food, people, islands, as we ride exhibit, and always as a good thing, always choose the people you travel with.
Yeah, but
Because
I don't know if there's anybody.
Sarah and I travel together well.
Yeah,
Because we find our own little world, we do our stuff, and they go, "You ready to go do something?" We go, "Yeah,
yeah.
let's go."
We don't overplan anything.
No, we still plan, but we don't overplan.
Yeah,
But plus the people that we traveled with, we didn't travel with them, but that we met up with there, just they're very similar.
yeah,
Like they like to look up and they like to look at stuff and go, "Wow, look how cool that is."
Right.
I was like, travel with people that appreciate where you're at instead of complaining about the little things. Because we could really complain about the shower.
yeah.
We could.
Or the rain.
Or the rain. But those are two things you
Yeah.
cannot change.
Right.
So
And there was a marathon.
there was a marathon on the
It was
Sunday we were
cool.
there. I was like, no, it wasn't.
It was.
She wanted to do it.
I want to go do like a 5K because they have one.
Well, yeah, because it's all in kilometers.
Right, but it was rain. If it wasn't like dumping raining, I would have been like, I'm gonna go out there and do it. But I don't like running in the rain. I know
It
you don't
was-
like running at all.
No, I don't. But it was awesome.
Yes,
Please go. I mean,
Vancouver was cool.
Vancouver.
We'll go again.
It's not super cheap.
It wasn't that. I
No,
mean,
to eat. To
well,
eat out is expensive.
you don't have to eat where we ate.
Tim Hortons.
Don't go to Tim Hortons.
Why? Tim Hortons.
I'm just saying there's a balance between Tim Hortons and then where we went.
Mm-hmm.
Go in the middle.
There's other. I mean, they have the basics out there. Too.
Right. Or the basics. Just don't go friggin'.
No, I'm just saying they have fast food.
Don't
They have
friggin'.
they have delivery. You can go to Safeway. There's a Safeway there.
Okay,
There's-
last thing. There's a place called Joey's, and they have one in OC in Orange County, California. They also have one in Vancouver.
Yeah.
They teamed up with Maker's Mark, and they have a peach brulee bourbon. Is it bourbon?
I think it's a bourbon.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Yep.
Just saying, if
Some
you
of our
like
listeners
bourbon,
might want to know
you-
about this.
you can't get it in stores. You can literally only buy it at the
You know
restaurant.
who you are, Ryan.
Ugh, just saying. I almost went back to the island to go buy one. I was like, wait, there's one in the OC. I'll just fly there.
Or just ship it.
You can't. How do you can ship it? You can't buy it online.
OC's California. They can
Yeah.
ship in California.
But you can't buy it online. You have to buy it at the restaurant.
just call a guy that knows a guy.
You know what? Brianna. I bet you Brianna would get me.
Get a guy
Earliest
that knows
sister.
a guy.
Anyways, that was Vancouver. It was fun.
Oh, there's so many more stories about Vancouver.
Yes.
If you want to know about them one-on-one, please hit us up. Sarah and Scooter on
Or
Instagram.
just text us.
SarahandScooter@gmail.com. And most of you do actually have our phone number. That's another, we'll get to that a little later too. I got a lot of texts.
Got your shout out?
I might add it.
You
'cause
can't take mine.
I got a lot of texts today from one of our listeners that I haven't heard from in a while. So
Yeah,
it was
that's cool.
really, really nice. All right. So what are we doing?
Rant of the
What-
week. Rant of the week.
Okay, somebody needs to turn that into a sounder. Oh yeah, that's my job, and I have
With your
not done that
MIDI.
yet.
Good thing you bought it so you could turn that into a sounder.
Yeah, I know, right? I was in Vancouver.
Because what else you going to do?
I was in Vancouver.
Okay. You want my rant? What's
Oh.
yours first?
Oh, you want me to do that?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna start off with a light one.
You have more than one?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
my light one. The complaints about how is this? A lot of people complain about government entities and going in and submitting documents and how long it takes and what you need to do to make sure you get a license or do all the kind of things. I'm going to give this to me. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't know
you
what
should.
you're doing.
Just check.
I gave you the buttons
Oh,
for no reason.
I'm sorry.
Obviously. Thanks for paying attention. What are you doing? Work?
No,
Yeah,
I'm
uh-huh.
fine to wear children.
All right, because I want a burger.
Well,
All right.
no, you didn't. You want Jack's.
Oh, whatever. Same thing. So, my rant, my small rant is look it up. Look it up before you go. And this is not a rant against the government. This is a rant against the people who are complaining about these government documents. Yes, it's crappy. The system sucks. I get that. because running small businesses and pulling permits and doing all these kind of things is something we have to do all of the time.
Yes.
But I hear so many complaints about pulling permits, submitting documents, all those kind of things. If you go in with the documents that they say you need anyways, you just look it up and go click, click, click. There's the list. And you go in there and is it PG-13 show?
Ish.
All right. And if you're not a dick, you're just nice to the person in front of you. Just treat them like another human being. Everything will go fine. I'm not saying that happens all of the time. I'm saying, but by default, that works. So many complaints, because we have to pull ABC licenses, which is the Alcoholic Beverage Control Board, right?
Yep.
Control here in California. We have to pull those licenses for our fundraisers and that kind of stuff, so that places like wineries and breweries can donate alcohol to us, and then we can take a donation and in return give them something to drink, so we can make a lot more money.
Yes.
Okay, that's the science behind it. So to pull a permit, you have to do a certain order of operations. So if you don't do that order of operations and they decline you and you're upset about it, that's your fault. And
Agreed.
so many places, so many people have talked to me, it's like, oh, it's so hard to go in there. And I go in there, they treat me like crap, and I never have the right documents. I was like, oh, trigger. Bring in the right documents. Because there's so many times that I go in with somebody else to go with the Sacramento Police Department and to get it signed off, and it takes like 2 weeks.
Right.
And I'm like, but if I do it myself, either I walk in or I email the person that I know or I call them, 24 hours, I have it like emailed to me.
Yeah.
Same thing happened to ABC. There's like, oh, they always wait till the last minute. I went into ABC. This is no joke. Went into ABC yesterday. Yesterday at 3:30. Was it like 3:30 or 4 o'clock? They close at 4:30. This morning, I had the permit in my inbox on my email. So, the universe and human beings respond to positive reinforcement. I'm not the best at it, but when I want something, you want somebody to do you a favor or process something on time or quickly, why are you being a jerk about it?
I agree.
That's it. That's my small one.
I'm still ordering dinner, so give me 2 seconds.
Oh, goodness. Why are you ordering dinner?
Because it closes at 9, and I feel like I'm faster than everybody else. Just
Oh.
saying.
Oh.
9's like right now. I'm almost
Probably
done.
not getting it then.
I'm almost done.
It's 8:42.
Jackson's really fast.
All right. We'll see what happens.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
So you want to talk about your next one?
I know. Well, if our daughter would have charged her phone.
That's not her fault that we don't have
Mhm.
dinner. We could have done something
Mhm.
different.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So, I can't just, this is going to be a scooter show now.
Wait, look, I did it. Okay, I'm done.
I can't do just,
8:57. Okay.
it's just
Anyways.
too much.
Tell her it's ready at 8:57. So my rant.
Tell what?
Tell Mariah it's done at 8:57. So tell her to go right now. Mariah, go right now. So my rant for this week is we were in Vancouver and we Googled this bar. It says it's a bar, right? It doesn't say it's a club. So we Googled this bar. It's called Karma. It was close enough between where we were staying and where our friends were staying. So I was like, yeah, let's walk to Karma. We'll meet them there and then we'll go on to our final destination. So we get into Karma and granted, I'm not dressed up because I didn't realize it was like a dress up-y kind of place, like a clubby kind of place. But I don't look terrible. I look okay. Like it's better looking than pajamas that I'm wearing right now. And so we go there and the person at the bar is like, hey, gentlemen, would you like a seat? And I was like,
Oh,
I'm not a gentleman. So it hurt my feelings because I'm like, why do I have to look? And I don't wear makeup. I don't do nails, any of those things. But why do I have to look feminine for you to consider me to be feminine? And that part I think bothered me. Like it bothered me a lot.
boobs and butt bar.
It bothered me way more than I want it to, but it did bother me a lot. And I was just like, I don't want to be here anymore. And then I think that guy felt embarrassed and never came back. Never came to check on us. We had to like request our bill multiple. Like we stood up like we were leaving because nobody ever came back to see if we were okay, to see if we wanted to pay our bill, like anything. No one ever came back. And I was like, I felt like that guy felt embarrassed for thinking I was a dude, which he should have because that was rude. And but it was just, I don't know. It was just, I didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. Made me feel, I was like, I already don't feel like awesome. And I'm out of place because again, there are 0 people of color where we're at. 0.
That is true.
There was like nobody.
Well, I don't say
There's
when
like
you say
2
people of color. It's a very
people of my color.
yeah. Let's look at it.
There
that
were
way, 'cause
colors.
there was a very strong like island Asian population,
Maybe Middle Eastern. There was, I mean,
Middle
it was a
Eastern.
diverse area, but there
not
just weren't a
black.
lot of black people there.
no, it was very like, we're talking, at least the people that we talked to, I haven't looked up the numbers, but it was like
We walked a lot.
had to
We've
been
been in a lot of places.
0.5%
It was
of the
minimal.
people we saw.
So that didn't help. It was just a lot of things that weren't helping, and then that situation made it like less helpful. And I'm like, well, now I feel crappier than I did before I got in here, and that sucks. It was the start of our night. But
Well, it was
that my
also
rant.
okay. It was the start of our whole trip.
Yeah, that's
Realistically,
true.
it's the first place we went to.
Yeah,
I think the biggest challenge was going into, we just picked a place
yes,
because it had decent reviews
it was close.
and
And it had a bar.
it was decent. Well, it wasn't close. It was like
between.
It was between where
That's
the
what I
other
mean.
couple was
Yeah.
staying, right? So we'd like let's pick it in between, so neither of us have to walk too
Right.
far. I mean, it's like 1
It was very
kilometer of it each.
Yeah.
which is nothing. But when we got there, it was very clubby. Most of the little couches and stuff had a reserved tent on it.
Yeah,
And I'm like, okay. And it was a lot of,
yes. Basketball
Going
game
on.
was on, so that was nice.
I was like, and I totally get that, but this was, it was just a lot.
yeah, and it wasn't even that late at night. It was like
No.
5:30.
Yeah.
It wasn't
so
that.
It
Anyways,
was just a lot of,
that was
I'm
my
more
rant.
important
Yeah,
than I really am. And what sucks though is when we did get a bartender one-on-one, besides the first guy,
I think it was the bar back.
the second guy was actually really nice too, though.
He never came
and
back
then he
either.
disappeared.
Right.
But because it's like, oh, they're dressed in a raincoat and
Right.
pants, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
cool, but the boobs and butt lady over there, she probably has no money, and she's, I'm like, we're gonna pay for our drinks and then some.
I was gonna tip you well, but then you
I mean, it's not like we walked in and we were poor.
Right.
We were, but maybe
Yeah.
we looked like it, and I didn't like that. I
Yeah.
felt like we were treated a little bit less because of the way we were dressed.
Yeah.
And that bums me out because I think that's the most idiotic stereotype you can do.
Right.
Is like, there's a black woman in here that's not dressed, doesn't have her boobs and butt out.
Yeah.
So obviously she doesn't have money.
Right.
Well, like, no. I mean, so
Yeah. So I won't go
I
back
can
to
rant on
karma.
that. No, and then we go into that. Fast forward. Let's go flip side. Let's go flip side of As We Rise. Like my favorite, one of my favorite pictures that I saw in there, and As We Rise is the Atlantic,
The art.
history of Black history, Atlantic, and there was a lady, you could not see her face, a black woman in a robe with a glass of probably whiskey, scotch, bourbon, whatever, in one hand, and in the other hand was a book. And that's why you couldn't see her face, because she was reading that book. I have a very strong, that's the one that got me the most, because that is the person that I know as the black women in my life for quite a long time. The black women in my life are that person.
Yeah.
They're in charge. They own their own business. They don't take a lot of crap. They know how to set boundaries. Even when they get screwed over or something bad happens, they're like, all right, I'm going to move on because I've got me and my family to take care of.
Yeah.
It was so empowering to see that. So the flip side of that was like, this human that you just called a dude
Yeah.
probably makes more money than 80% of the people that are sitting at the bar right now. Yet that's how you're treating this person. Why? Because she doesn't have her boobs and butt out and she's black.
Yeah, I
That's
didn't
it.
like it. It just didn't.
It was upsetting.
Yeah, it made me mad. It made me sad and mad. And I was like, I don't like Canada
So
anymore.
those I know, and that was a tough part. I was like, but that is something, a struggle that we've talked about before on here. Is like if you are not actively, as a white person or somebody who identifies as white, if you are not actively good friends with somebody that's not white, then you don't see it. You can
Right.
be acquaintances all day long. That's different. Work buddies, you run in the same circles, it's cool. But if you're not like a good friend that like pays attention,
Yeah.
you don't see it.
Yeah.
And that's okay, but you should start opening your eyes a little bit because it's daunting.
Yeah.
It's upsetting.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was our rant. And then Vancouver got better, so screw karma.
Yeah, just karma was everywhere else
The club,
was
not the universe.
But everywhere else seemed to be very, very nice. Like
Yeah.
we had a really good time at I think every other place we went to
Yeah. It was cool.
for that second.
All
We're still
right.
doing rants.
That was our end of our rant. That was the end of it.
So I'll just scratch off my second
Yes.
one. Save it for next time.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, dang it. Oh, fine.
Advise me not.
All right. So speaking of travel,
Okay, but this is the section, Advise Me Not, is basically just our experiences. It's not, we're not trying to give you advice. We're just trying to tell you our experiences so that you can take it with a grain of salt or you go, wow, that makes sense to me.
Yes.
It's totally up to you.
we're not doctors.
Not a doctor.
So this week, because I feel like people think we travel a lot, I want to talk about travel tips because I feel like we've been traveling friggin' a lot, and it's not stopping. This is like the ramp up season to travel.
Ready?
Yes,
Here, I've been waiting this whole, I only wrote one thing down.
go ahead.
Here's my travel tip.
Okay,
Travel tipsy.
you're so stupid. No, don't do that.
Nailed it. Yes.
Unless you don't like flying, then you might want to do that. So I feel like I probably plan 99.9% of the trips that this family takes. It's probably about right.
Yeah.
You come up with the idea of we should go someplace,
Yeah.
and then it ends there.
That's truth.
I feel like that's most people in this family. They're like, I want to go this place. And I say, okay. And then I figure out how we're going to go that place. So
Very, very, very true.
yeah. So I feel like basic information, right? You create a budget for wherever you're going and a realistic budget. And the budget should include everything you want to do and then add on 10% minimum because you're going to find something extra you want to do. You want an extra 2 t-shirts, a sweater, a pair of shoes, a necklace, whatever you want to buy.
Unless you're traveling with me, you've got to add like a 40%.
Yes. Scooter's high.
Yeah,
we have
'cause-
a large
T-shirts, Tim
Bumper.
Hortons.
yeah.
All right.
Pickles.
Oh, those were delicious.
They were delicious. Okay. So number 1, set your budget. I feel like the next thing that I feel like super important is plan things where you can cancel within 24 hours of arriving. Because if you find something that's better, less expensive, closer where you want to be, cancel. Don't feel bad about canceling.
Or the place you booked smells like mold.
Yeah, that's a concern coming up.
Mhm.
I've been looking at reviews and it says a lot of people are saying it smells kind of moldy. So I might. The issue is the event we're going to is at the hotel. So it's kind of nice to be like, oh, I'm leaving during lunch breaks to go to my room and like take a nap. But I also don't want to stay someplace that smells like moldy. But find things that are cancelable. Even your flight, your hotel, your car rental, whatever it is, like it should be cancelable without a fee to you, so that if you find something that's less expensive or closer or better or higher end, you can book it because why not? It's your trip. It should be everything you want it to be. You have something to say about that?
No.
Oh, you looked at me like you did.
Well, how do I put it? Even if this fee is small, let's
No,
just say,
I don't do fees.
okay. So traveling without commitment.
Yeah.
I think that's the key. I think that's the word that I heard was that traveling without commitment. So that just means you know who you're traveling with.
Yes.
and you know where you're traveling to, does it really matter where you stay?
Yes.
Well, okay.
Yes, it does.
All I'm saying is to some it doesn't,
Oh,
right?
okay.
To some it doesn't. To some it does. And it doesn't matter. Some people, what drives you to stay at a certain place? Is it because it's close?
Yeah.
Sometimes you might have to take, might not be as nice of a place because you travel, you want to be close to something, or vice versa.
Right.
Right. You might have to spend a little bit more money because it's close to something.
Right.
What are what is it called? Amenities?
Yeah.
That you
Have
are
to
looking
have.
for.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. What do you have to have?
Yeah.
Right. We're not, again, and I'll say this 1,000 times. When I travel, I have to have food and a restroom close by.
Yes.
The rest of it, I'm pretty cool with changing almost everything.
And good plugins.
I mean, yeah, that's...
It's true. I've heard you complain about plugins.
Yeah, you just put a book under it so it doesn't fall out. No, I don't know. Put the Gideon's Bible.
Yeah.
If you're in the
They're
States.
not there anymore.
In the States, most of the time. To hold up some, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to go off on a tangent, but what are the things that your requirements?
Yeah.
Is it running water?
I mean, yes.
Okay, but I'm just saying, I don't know.
Yes.
Depends on where you're traveling and what
That's
you're
true.
doing. Okay, so
It will always be running water for me.
Yeah. I was like, food and a restroom close by.
Yeah.
That's...
Like, I really want to go to
That's it.
Thailand, but I'm scared for you because I've known a few people that have gone to Thailand, and there are some places where the toilet is just a hole where you just have to pop a squat and go. And that's how it is. And like a real squat, not like a half squat.
So what you're saying is I just need to do
Work
more
on your-
leg days
Yeah.
before I go.
Because if you fall,
My-
I'm dead. I wouldn't make it.
It's because you're laughing so hard.
Exactly.
Okay. No, I don't think let's be real about
Sorry.
that. Let's be real about that. Is the restroom readily available?
Yes, it's in your hotel room.
Then we're good.
Yeah.
I'm more about that than, because we have traveled to some places and most of them are in the States. Let's be real.
Yeah. We've been out of country a couple times.
Yeah. Quite a few times.
Less
actually.
than 5.
Okay. So 4. So into Ireland, Scotland.
That's the same trip. Doesn't count.
I'm just saying different countries.
Oh, okay.
Ireland. Jeez, babe. Ireland, Scotland, Mexico, and
Canada. Yeah.
And I have to be very honest. When we travel in the United States, it's hard to find a restroom.
True.
When you're in another country,
They're all over the place.
they're all over the place.
Yeah.
Like public ones.
Yeah. And clean.
You're just walking down the road and they're like,
Restroom.
water closet.
Yeah.
They're
washroom.
like, it's right there.
Yeah.
And to me, that makes sense. Do you know why? Because we all have to do those things.
Yeah.
If it's a common thing. Oh, and I did take a picture. Oh, there's so many things I would digress about. But when traveling, it's like those things are important. So I don't understand, especially like traveling in the United States for something. Well, you got to buy something to use the restroom.
Yeah.
Well, no wonder somebody pisses all over the front of your building all
Right.
the time, or downtown they're peeing on walls. You know why? Because you're not giving them a place to use the restroom, and everybody uses the restroom.
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
I agree.
So those are my basic requirements. I got to have food readily available because when I get hungry,
And
it
coffee.
hits me. Yeah, I mean,
Don't say yeah. You have to have
coffee in the morning.
Yes.
Yeah, if there's not coffee in the morning, then
Bad.
things are not going to go well.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tim Hortons.
No, jeez.
So that's another discussion. But yeah, that's kind of your thing. Is like find out, but that's just me. You have different requirements.
Yeah.
Right? So if you and I can come to an agreement and that place has both of those things, we're set.
Well, usually I just pick a place that I know is going to be. I don't even ask your input anymore. I already know. Could you imagine us both trying to pick a place? You'd
I
be
don't
like,
even care.
I don't really care where it's at as long as there's a restroom. I'm like, no, homie, that is not how this works. This is my vacation. I want to feel like a princess in this room, even if it's just for sleeping. I don't really care. But next thing, when you book a trip, I highly recommend putting on a credit card because it has trip insurance.
Yes.
And if something happens, then you're covered. Otherwise, you have to buy trip insurance extra, and it's to me, it's like you might as well use your credit card and then pay off your credit card before you go on your trip. It's actually better. Book it, pay it off, feel good about yourself.
So that might be a small rant, but it's like there are some people, old school, probably about my age, that say cash is king.
Sure.
No. Cash will have you.
No one likes cash anymore. Anywhere.
Cash will have you not having a hotel reserved.
Oh, for sure. They don't do that anymore. You have to have a credit card.
And you can prepay for it all you want.
Yeah.
Did you have trip insurance? No.
Right.
Sorry. Your cash is ours now. And
Yeah.
you don't have a place to stay.
Absolutely.
So cash is not king.
Yes.
Fact.
When you are booking wherever you're staying, hotel, flights, all the good stuff, third-party websites are cool, but the actual website wherever you're traveling or staying is better. For a lot of times, one, because of the cookies that they keep when they go in there the first time, then they'll start sending you offers for like, hey, don't forget to book your trip. We decided we're going to give you 15% off or 20% off or whatever it is. So I always, before a trip, like months before, I will start researching dates of everywhere I want to go and then make sure I accept the cookies, and then they'll start sending me offers for the places that I want to go. I mean, they're already watching what you're doing. You might as well get a discount on it.
So what you're saying is if for travel tips, use cookies for good.
Yes. Use the good ones.
And I think but you learned this early on. I didn't learn anything. I think our first economical trip was Vegas.
Yes.
To the Paris, right? We stayed at the Paris. And when we stayed at the Paris, we paid resort fees.
Yes, that was it.
And that's it.
Yeah.
It was like $15 a day.
Yeah, they were cheap then. But
it was like $15 a day to stay at the Paris hotel in Vegas.
Yeah.
$15.
We don't even know why. We didn't gamble.
No, we've never even been there.
I have. But he had never been there.
So I'm just saying, but you just accepted cookies, signed up for the thing.
Yes.
And they're like, hey, we got this deal. All you have to pay is resort fees.
Yes.
We'll be there.
Yes. That was the other thing I was going to say is join loyalty programs.
Yes.
You don't have to buy anything for the hotels, the airlines, all the things. Get the points. Sign up and get the emails for things that are going on sale. Friggin' Southwest. I mean, I know Southwest is a crap show right now.
No, hold on. Southwest is not. I can talk about that. But she has an account, this human right over here, has a login and a password for you walk into a store
Everywhere.
and we go to pay something. Do you have a royalty? What do they call it? A loyalty account. And we're like, punch in my number.
Yes.
It's there
Everywhere.
and they go, hey, by the way, your whole purchase of like $500 worth of stuff is $10.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, good to know.
We went to go get the dog's dog food sometimes. They're like, oh, this one's free. I'm like, cool.
What was the Old Navy trip?
Oh, yeah. I went to points. So I bought the kids stuff at Old Navy, and I had so many points. It was like $4 by the time I walked out. And we bought a lot of stuff, a lot of things.
All I'm saying is, I think what we're getting at is sign up for the loyalties. That's where they make their money, and they can spam you and those types of things. You're gonna get spam anyways.
Make a spam email. That's what I do.
You're gonna get spam anyways.
Yes.
So you might as well use the cookies and the spam.
Yes.
For good.
Yes.
Sign up for the points.
Yeah, and
you
I
get
also
discounts on stuff, even if you don't have any points.
Yes.
You can get discounts on other things.
Yes. And I also make a joke because I'll grab my phone and be like, hey, phone, I really want to go to Vegas on May 7th. And then I'll put it down. And then I'll wait for the emails to come in because they're always watching.
Use the AI for good. Oh, look. We see Mariah
Our
is in the
DoorDash
house.
showed up. Thanks, Ryan.
Mariah's here.
What was I gonna say? Book packages. I know that's I feel like that's an old people thing to say, but man, if you ever look at some of the packages, like we did our last one through Costco, and it included our flight and our room, and we could have done a car, but we were like, we'll just Uber everywhere or walk. But the packages are so money, and it lets you up or downgrade your package based on like what flight you want, what hotel, if you want 2, 3, 4-star hotel, like you get to up or downgrade your package as you wish. And then especially if you do it through Costco, because Costco's like their customer service is like none other. But it's so cool because it's just I feel like it does all the work for you. You don't have to keep going over and over and shopping all these places. So packages are pretty cool.
But isn't that counter? You said go to the site
Yes.
of the place. Now you're saying go to Costco.
It
So I'm
depends.
confused.
Okay, the other thing is some of the sites like Marriott is one that you can do a whole vacation package through them. So again,
okay, that makes sense.
Shop
Okay.
around is what I'm saying. Shop around. But a lot of times, if you're just booking a hotel, then you should go to the site. Same with if you're just booking a flight.
Okay, so and I said that as a devil's advocate, but the thing that I'm looking at, it's not just, and we're not talking traveling on a budget. Yes, budget. I
Yes.
don't mean like trying to find the cheapest place. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about when you shop for these things, it opens up convenience
Yes.
more than anything. Like if you buy a package and it's a day before the trip and you go, I want to adjust that package, you can.
Yes.
It's also when she's talking about those ones that you have 24, 48 hours to cancel or reschedule.
Yes.
It's about the convenience of it.
Yes.
It's just as much as it is the cost.
Right.
Because convenience can be, lack of convenience can be very costly,
Yes.
right? So if you're not okay with spending 5 hours of a layover
Right.
with somebody, then you might want to pay extra
Right.
for a direct flight or
Yeah.
get there. And that means that's worth it to you.
Right.
We don't mind layovers.
No.
Okay. So if we're spending time together and hanging out at an airport, we're like, we'll see what kind of food
Yeah,
they got.
doesn't
there.
bother us.
That's fine. At the journey's part of the whole vacation.
Right.
So, but that's us. So you got to look at what's important to you. And especially those little tidbits that you're saying is like, it's not about finding the cheapest package. It's about finding the most convenient package for the right amount of money. So
Yes.
it's a balance.
Yes.
It's what do they call it? The hot crazy scale.
Yeah.
It
It's
really
not-
is. It's
yeah.
like it's convenience over cost,
Yeah.
right? It's like it's that. Can you do it that way?
Nope.
It's like convenience cost,
Yeah.
right? It's that scale. So is it worth the convenience to you? Then pay that.
Right.
If it's not worth the convenience to you, then it's it's fine.
So I'm going to say I have multiple things, but this is my last thing I'll say, is that if you find a hotel that you like and it's saying that online that it's sold out, to call the hotel.
Yeah.
Because we did that. We went to Disney and there was like a 2-room suite that we wanted because it had 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. And I really wanted it because there was only 3 of us. But we took.
But it was us two and somebody that we kind of flew in.
Yeah.
That wasn't our.
And I knew
you know,
both
our
her,
biological daughter.
her and Scooter spent way too long in the bathroom.
Yeah, we needed
and
to.
we had to have 2 bathrooms. So I went online and it said they were sold out. So I called them and the lady's like, "Oh, you want this one?" I said, "Yeah, but it shows it's sold out online." I was checking to see if it was actually available. And she's like, "Well, it looks like I can get you this room for this price." And it was cheaper than they advertised online. And it was cheaper than us getting 2 separate hotel rooms. And I was like, "Yes, please." And she's like, "Well, you have to pay for it right now. Otherwise the deal's not good." And I was like, "Cool. I will take them out right now." And it ended up being like way less than I had expected, way less than I budgeted, and way less than 2 rooms if we had done it that way.
And didn't have to share a bathroom with another person,
Yeah.
which is totally fine. Across the street from Starbucks
Yes.
and a half a mile from the entrance of
Yes.
Disneyland.
It's a great location. And it was a great price. It was crazy. Yeah. So yeah, call the hotels. Be like, "Hey, I see this is sold out, but I really want this one. Is it?"
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
is it really sold out?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, because they do reserve some stuff
Yeah, they
for,
put stuff away.
yeah,
For like 3rd-party hotels and things. Yeah, just call.
for sure.
But that's all I have for travel. We're traveling again soon. Well, me personally and you.
Is it you? Yep.
Yeah.
You're out on the
Florida.
7th.
Yep.
You're going to Florida. And then on 13th, I'm going to Vegas.
Yep. And that is it until June.
Until June. Then we're going up to the Pacific Northwest.
Yes.
I think that's what travel tipsy. No, that's all I wrote. But travel tips. How about this as a tip? If you think traveling is too inconvenient or you're scared, give it a shot.
Come travel with us.
I mean, give it. I mean, if you want to. I mean,
I'll meet you there.
we'll be there.
Yeah.
And we're pretty low maintenance.
Yes.
I have a small footprint. I don't require a lot
We
of
will
time.
get our own room because I don't like sharing rooms.
Oh no, that's not something we're gonna do. We like our own time. So if you want to spend the whole time with us, sorry.
Half a day.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So if that's something that you're teetering on, you were like, but I just don't like planes, or I don't like staying in hotels. Like, but you want to go to this destination, you don't have to get over those things. But it's like that's that scale too. It's like, is it worth it? It's got to be worth it. If you want to experience new things and explore, it's really hard to do that
In your home.
working from home and then going to work and then coming back.
Right.
If you really want new experiences, that's really hard to do.
Yes.
That way.
In your home. Yes.
Yeah. So make the time.
Yeah.
We talk about that a lot. It's like make the time to do those kind of things. And on the last note, I have to say, you said something about Southwest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So yes, the system crashed. Everything
Twice.
they had a really bad they had a bad moment. That is true.
Yeah.
I've never had a problem with Southwest
Same.
personally. Yes, the whole system did its thing and there was a lot of people at one given moment.
Right.
At one given moment. But before that and after that.
Well, they just had another one, so.
Okay, but like let's talk about that kind of stuff. Historically, companies that have big issues like that, like inconvenience issues,
Right.
things that happen and those kind of things, they usually come out on the other end better than the other people.
True.
Because they fixed the problem. The other people,
They haven't got there yet.
the other people still have that problem in their system.
Right.
It just hasn't exploded on them
Yeah.
yet. So, and here's been my personal experience. I was never a Southwest. I always traveled Alaska, Hawaiian, Delta, United, whatever. And everything was always behind. Every time I traveled, like coming down, I used to visit and stuff. Alaska was always late, always this and missing this. So, Southwest, next to nil.
Yeah. We've had good luck on Southwest.
There was like, I mean, and other people have delayed flights on Southwest. So it's either they're on time or it's just, sorry, flights are shut down.
Right.
So just recently, though. So I haven't had a bad experience with Southwest.
And they send you drink coupons
Yep.
if you're in their loyalty program.
Travel tipsy.
Yes. Oh, and fill out surveys. Man, I'm telling you right now.
Oh, that's
when
huge.
people send you surveys that you
Fill them out.
on airlines, on hotels, you should totally like we've had Southwest send us money because they're like, how was your flight? And I was like, not really that good. This happened. There was like a 15-minute delay at the airport when we were in friggin' Arizona. I hate Arizona's airport. I mean, what's it called? What's it in Arizona? Phoenix's. Oh, I like that one.
I don't think that's the airline problem. That's
No, it's
just
the airport.
Phoenix.
It's just Phoenix. But I filled out a survey and they sent us like $400 in vouchers for a 15-minute delay. And it's not every time. I don't even know what the algorithm is. But every time I get a survey now, I fill it out because I'm just like, I don't know. Free money? Sure.
Well, also, I mean,
And it helps them.
I look at it this way: is like we own our own companies; they're very small, but we need feedback too.
Yes.
We need to know what we're doing wrong and
Yeah.
what we're doing right, because otherwise, if people don't tell us, then what?
Yeah.
We don't know how to improve or.
I do all the surveys. Everywhere I go, I just did a Disney survey and it was friggin' long. And Disney never sends you
Wow.
anything. But I still do it every single time.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Anyways, that's our advice, me not.
Woo! That was a lot.
I know. I felt like I said a lot of words.
So, what else are we doing? Is there anything else? Are we doing the up in your area?
Yeah,
Okay, I don't have a
I do.
sounder for it.
Go ahead.
What's
You can
sounder?
say your weird thing.
So what? Oh yeah, here's my sounder. What's up in you, area?
Yeah, it's just creepy. So tomorrow, everyone can do this. It's an event going on around the
Oh, I
world.
should have a.
It's called Earth Day.
Oh, I did know about that. I actually knew about
But
that.
you didn't write it down. I did. Can't take it now.
Because we're the company that we're looking to work with. They can't meet on Monday because they're taking Monday off because of Earth Day
that's cool.
being over this weekend.
You just
So
gotta be
that
on Friday.
the partner, well, what's that?
Most people, if you have Saturday as a holiday, take Friday off.
Maybe it was Friday. I don't know. All I'm saying is they mentioned it because we're working with a company that's very Earth conscious.
Yeah.
We're starting to partner with them, and they were saying, "Hey, we might have to delay hanging out with you because we're celebrating Earth Day." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. So
Well,
get out in nature. Go plant a tree. Take a nap. I don't know. This sounds like- I don't know if
don't just randomly plant a tree.
you can.
I mean, you can. Just
I
don't-
mean, realistically, if you plant a tree and then that's the last thing you do, it's gonna die. So, I mean, make good choices.
no, I'm just saying. It depends on whose yard you do it in.
Why? Be safe. People are
I was
crazy
like,
out there.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I was like,
I mean, plant it in your neighborhood.
I touched a garbage can once.
I know. We all know this story, love.
All right.
Yeah. Earth Day. Happy Earth Day tomorrow.
Seriously, that's awesome. I didn't put down anything because you said you were gonna have some
I got
stuff.
it. Earth Day. That was it.
Earth Day.
Everywhere. I found the event that's happening everywhere.
It's not everywhere. It's only on planet Earth.
Well,
By the
that's the one that's important.
Wow.
Yeah. I said
Wow.
it. I said it.
America.
I'm an Earthist.
Earth. Earth is the best.
All right. Favorite part. I'm ready.
Oh, are we already there?
Yes.
Shout out!
Woo!
Yeah,
I'm
she
first.
mouthed it again.
I'm first. Because I have the biggest one of all times.
There was something I was supposed to add to this shout out
I don't know what to tell you.
earlier. What was it?
I don't know. Let me talk and then
Does
maybe we'll
anybody-
think of it.
Nobody's listening live,
Not
so.
true.
But I was just like, somebody. What did I say earlier? There was something I was going to add to the shout out.
I don't know, but let me finish my shout out.
Okay.
Okay. So tomorrow, I have had the pleasure of having two dads. One is my dad, and the other
Oh,
is
that's
my
a big
best
one.
friend's dad. And he has
That was
been
the wrong.
he has been my other dad since I was like 16 years old, like legit 16 years old. So like the happiest and biggest birthday shout out to my other dad, Jerry. And I am so sad. Like I keep changing my mind back and forth if I'm going to drive down to Madeira tomorrow for his birthday party because I love them so much that I want to be there. And yeah, so happy birthday, Jerry.
Okay. I forgot about that.
How did you forget?
Well, I just forgot.
It was like the biggest thing we got.
Well, there's so many things that we're part of, and then tomorrow's like this disgusting day of
Banned.
under planning, and
Yeah.
I'm the president of the freaking
So he has to be there all day.
yeah. It's
I'm still debating going
what did I
driving
say?
down
A
tomorrow.
crap show,
Yes.
a poop show that's happening
Yes.
tomorrow. That you nominated me for and got me in this position.
It's too late now. It's been a
But-
year.
But let's go back to this. Jerry, okay, so we've been together 12 years, about 12 years now.
Yes.
Almost 12 years. And it's his 60th birthday
Yes.
this weekend. The biggest how do I say it? Is there a phrase for it? There's a phrase for it. Like the proof, the why I knew this is a human being that I have to be with for so many reasons. I was at Jerry's 50th
Yeah.
birthday party. And you show up. There's only one other white guy there. John. Who's one of my best friends now to this day. But you go in there and there's a 5-gallon bucket of ceviche. There's carne asada just laid out everywhere. There is every type of tequila you could think of. There's a mariachi band going on. There's dancing happening. It was just like and it's out in the middle. It's just a house in the middle of an orchard.
Yeah.
One of the best, most memorable nights of my whole life was his 50th birthday party.
Yeah.
Fact.
I know.
Because
I wanna go tomorrow.
I look at it this way. It's like it wasn't like they accepted me as, your plus one.
Yeah.
They're like, this dude's just family now.
Yes.
That's
Because
it.
they're the best.
Just family now.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I don't know what that means. So now we're dancing, we're doing, shots of tequila. We're doing, it was tequila and Bud Light.
Yeah. It's changed now.
Oh,
Now it's bougie beer.
Oh, and I love Jerry for this. Like, he has gone bougie. He's
Yep.
gotten some little more craft California beer.
Yep.
Appreciate that. But yeah, so I have not committed to anything that's happening tomorrow
Yeah, I know.
for that reason. So,
But we have to be there tomorrow because the kids are performing.
okay,
so.
but I don't know what time though.
I don't know.
All right,
There's
we're gonna
no
find that out.
freaking schedule.
So there, he's sending out tonight. So, huge shout out to Jerry.
Yeah.
I love this guy more than he probably will ever know.
Me
And
too.
that's totally fine. But I'm always there in spirit. I'm always wanting to hang out with this dude.
Yeah.
I'm always wanting to hang out with that family.
And I'm like, how can I get them beer? How can I get beer delivered to their house tomorrow?
Yeah. So
yeah.
there's a lot. So
But I also have been gone every single
Huge.
day this week, except for I spent the night at home Wednesday night, and then I've been gone every other day since Saturday. So I don't
that's
know yet.
fact.
Yeah.
Like we got back on Tuesday
Yep.
and then
Then I left Wednesday.
Yep.
And I was gone Thursday.
so you're home one night.
Yeah.
So,
So we'll see how this
I mean,
goes.
but
I really want to go.
we do preach it, but we also practice it, showing up in person.
Yes.
We really try hard to do that best we can. So
What's your shout out?
well,
Can't beat mine.
no, I can't.
You still have to go.
Stupid. That's awful. All right. So shout out for me. It's gonna be really lame. All right. But I added something and
Okay.
so there's a company called 29 Pedals. Here's called Believable Audio here in the area, and they're in Los Angeles. But it's just something I'm kind of into the nerdiness of it. So the guy got to be the founder. He got to be on an English show, Anderton's YouTube channel, and Anderton's is like the biggest guitar pedal whatever like retail store in the UK. So we got to be on their show, and I thought that was really cool because he's a very small builder, and I thought that was really awesome. The other thing is Native Audio Pedals.
Yeah.
Gotten to know those guys actually quite well, and I have received. It's my Montana coming back.
Yep.
I have received many thank yous from them. Because of their connection that I connected them with Johnny down in Oakland Guitars. So Oakland Guitars is like the shop that my friend of mine that I used to work with bought from, was it Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day?
Yeah.
He bought that shop from there, and they're doing quite well. They're doing a lot of cool things, and they're bringing in a lot of product that's from companies that are not going to be like Guitar Center.
Yeah.
You're not going to
Like
see
little
them there. They're not
niche
going to
guys.
see it at Sweetwater.
Right.
You're not going to see, you're not going to see them on Reverb. And if you know all those things, you're a nerd like me. But when it comes to guitar equipment, you're not going to see them on there because they're small builders, small companies that are either LGBTQ, they're native, they're black owned. They're on the outskirts. They're not the mainstream
Right.
boutique builders. So I think that's really important. And he's really, what's that? Girls Smash Guitars. They're just there's a lot of cool things that are going on there. So the connection between those two was amazing, and I get multiple thank yous from the founder himself, the creator that creates these circuits and creates these amazing things. For thank you for putting this connection together, because Oakland Guitars, Johnny down there is selling his
Like
pedals
hotcakes.
like crazy. I was like, oh my gosh, well, it's because the circuits are so good and you're a good person and all those kind of things. So that's a little shout out. This is super nerdy, but the last one was,
You have 3?
yeah, the last
Gee.
one was like, I didn't know it was gonna happen. Like all the creative, like
Yeah.
Ariel, my oldest daughter, owns a company called All the Creative that really will help anybody market their brand.
Yeah.
Will help them with websites, help them with graphic design, help them brand, do all those types of things. And she posted today, the company, All the Creative, posted today about their very first client. And their very first client was Time to Tabletop, my company. I go, Ariel, you're good at this stuff. Help me. So kind of hired her on the side. Didn't pay her what she was worth by any means. She did a lot of it out of love. We paid for some of it, didn't, but so please check them out. That's a big one for me. Shout out All the Creative, because she does this for other companies now. And the cool thing is that's what she does for a living now.
Yes. And she's so good at it.
So she does branding, she does website, she does all that, social media. She has all those packages available. And she posted today, her company posted today. It's a small company out of the Pacific Northwest, but she's doing it so well that that's what she can do for herself. She doesn't have any other job but that. Well, being a mom.
Yeah.
And a wife and
all those things.
And a female. Those are all work. Which sucks, but realistically, so that's my other shout out there, is like I love seeing beautiful human beings doing beautiful things with their companies. So that's what I have for my shout out.
Good job. It
wasn't like you.
You have a comment in the chat for yourself.
I do. What?
You see it?
Oh, I didn't know she was in there. So she's in the chat there. There's Ariel. That's her. That one got me. When I saw that today, I was like, yep. Yep. I was like, I know somebody that can do this.
You do.
And I go to her a lot, but it's getting to the point. And I love this. I love the fact that it's getting to the point where I can't afford her.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing to me. That makes me feel good inside. So yeah, I love that. I love seeing, somebody that can help me out and then surpasses what I could even, fathom what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's me. That's my shout out.
Good shout out.
Do we have anything else?
No. Happy birthday, Jerry. We'll see you tomorrow.
You gonna make me drive? Are we
Maybe.
gonna make this happen?
I don't know.
All right.
Struggle.
Guilt works. It's not healthy, but it does work. How about that?
All right. Let's go eat some food.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have some food. But also, what is it? What did we say? Like, we're very scheduled humans. We do travel more than others do. Yeah. We don't just travel for fun. We travel for relationships, which sometimes is fun, sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
We also travel for business, which we end up making fun out of it.
Yes.
Right. So it's huge. It's kind of that show up in person. Like, we do this digitally. You see a thing on here. This is not what we do in real life. Like, we like to show up in person. So pull up a chair, show up in person.
Yes.
Is that what I say? I don't know.
I don't remember.
But other than that, check out the people that write some of these songs. These are awesome. All right.
Bye.